Hello guys, my name is VVVPPP and I'll bring you today another guide for the Object 279E. In this case, the Bloc group actually. The Bloc are the Germans and the Japanese, but in this case I'm gonna just use the Germany tank because now Japanese tanks suck. So let's go to the first mission. First mission is Smoking Barrels. Cause 3500 HP of damage to enemy vehicles. In this case, I uses the VK7201 because it has a good alpha damage gun with an extremely good penetrating gun actually with hit. With hit penetrates 315 with hit, so it's pretty damn easy with this tank. Remember, it has to be 3 battles in a row. You cannot skip a single one or you will start again. So that's why you need to use a heavy hitting tank with good armor because you need to withstand shots until you do the damage. So the VK is the perfect tank for this mission actually. You have a good mobility, you have a hard hitting gun, you got a good armor protection. So if you don't have it, the Panzer 7 will do the same work actually because it's technically the same tank with different gun. No big deal actually. Second mission is, let's see, the Diamond Armor. Earn the Shellproof Award. In this case I use it again, the VK7201, because in this case that medal requires you to survive actually. Survive? Let me check. Here it is. It requires to have total damage blocked by armor except the hit points of your vehicle and survive the battle, obviously. So, a better chance to survive than that Panzer 7 actually. You can do it with the Panzer 7 because angling this tank properly will always bounce some good shots from the enemy actually. The VK always do the same job. The E100 and the mouse, remember that the E100, if you are get shot with hit rounds, it will penetrate your turret. The same case with the mouse. And to survive, you actually need to win most of the time, so it's pretty damn easy with this tank to win and to withstand that amount of damage. So go ahead and give it a try with the Panzer 7 if you have it, or with the VK. The third mission is, let's check. Third, the Punisher. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles in 2 out of 5 battles. In this case, I use it the T-55, the Russian medium tank in the German line. Because right now, this tank is awesome actually. You have a good HP, you have good mobility with the buff on the engine, and besides that you have now, with the standard ammo, good penetration actually. So it allows you to be anywhere on the map, taking out the enemy vehicles. Besides, you can let the enemy, your allies, to do damage to the vehicles, so you just go ahead and frag them out. Just take out the enemy when he's low on HP. Besides, with the rate of fire you can actually take out enemy by single-handedly too, because this thing shoots pretty fast and the accuracy is pretty awesome actually. So better than this, maybe the 850 tier 9. Because the same thing, it got a good alpha damage, you got a good DPM actually. If you can run with it, you have a good armor, and you have the same HP, so if you don't have a D58, you can use the E50 easily. Well, yeah, tier 9 actually for this mission. It's pretty easy. See the order? 4 missions, I think. Yes. The Willing Heart. Enable your allies to destroy 2 enemy vehicles by spotting them or destroying the track 3 times in a row. So that means 2 enemy vehicles per battle. So, in this case, I use it again, the T-55. Because the same reason, you have good DPM, and when the enemy is low of HP, just use hit and detract them shooting in the tracks actually, and let the allies do the rest of the job. This counts actually. Let me check something. Yeah. Spotting them or destroying the track. Oh yeah, cool. Because actually with your spotting range, you actually can do this mission easily. By example, if you are fighting against an enemy and your ally artillery took out the enemy vehicle, it will count towards the mission too, because it's not in direct sign of the artillery, so it's pretty easy, this mission with this tank. If you're not, then again you can use the A-15 because of DPM and can destruct enemy vehicle fast, or a tier 8 medium because of the same reason, fast fighting gun that can detract enemies or spot the enemies so the artillery or other allied tanks can take them out. So go ahead. Fifth mission is flying high. Cause at least 3,000 of damage on average. In 10 battles you need to do that. Cause at least 1,000 of damage to the enemy vehicles to start counting the mission. In this case, I use it again, the VK7201, because it's the same reason. You got good mobility, you can be not so quite fast, but you can be around the map, engaging in different parts of the map and dealing 715 damage per shot with this amazing gun. And because of obviously the penetration of the gun. If you don't have it, you can use the E100, that same alpha, and actually good HP too, because you have 200 HP more than the VK or Panzer 7. It's the same thing. But I recommend you to use heavy hitting guns for that mission. Let's check 6. 6. Again and again. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles of 2 different types in 2 battles in a row. In this case, I use it again, the T-55. Because you can be around the map, you can be destroying enemy vehicles quickly with this fast-firing gun. And yeah, you have HP to withstand shots. It's just 2 battles in a row. It's pretty easy actually. You can use again the E-15. You don't have it because this tank destroys a lot actually. It's pretty damn good tank for this mission. Or a single tier 8 battle, tier 8 tank too actually. It counts towards the mission. But I recommend those two. The 7th mission is, let's see, Terminator. Be the top player in the battle by numbers of vehicles destroyed. Restriction, at least destroy 2 enemy vehicles in a battle. It needs to be done in 3 out of 9. In this case, again, for destroying tanks, I use the T-55 because of the rate of fire, because you can be around the map, of obviously because of the turret can withstand shots. You can be around the map easily. So go ahead and give it a try with the T-55, or if not, the E-50. These are the best tanks for destruction in the Bloc group actually. The best. 8th mission is... 8 missions, the Hole Punch. Score an armor penetrating hit at least 7 times in 3 battles in a row. Then again, T-55 is the best tier for this, the best tank for this mission. Because of the fast firing gun, the good penetration, and can be around the map pretty quickly easy. Not the E-50 again. Remember that you need to shoot fast to do this kind of mission and have a good penetrating rate for it. So good, what better tank for those missions than fast firing guns? Oh well, if you have a medium like this Schwarzpanzer, go ahead and use it too. That was the 8, let me check the 9. The Guiding Stars. Enable your allies to cast a total of 15,000 damage on enemy vehicles by spotting them or destroying the tracks in 10 battles. Actually had luck with that mission because I used the high metal Panzerwagen, tier 10. But in a single battle I managed to do 9,000 damage by spotting because the enemy simply just leave half of the map open so I can get a good spotting position and let the allies took them out. But remember, just spotting that you can, with this tank, you can get a good push and let the allies do damage with your spotting. I do have active spotting, but I don't recommend it since there's a lot of EBR tanks around and those tanks do a damn good better job than this tank. So it's better than passive movement. If you don't have it, actually you can get this little tank actually can be done because these have a good concealment points. Not so much like the French, but it still counts towards it. But I recommend the tier 10 because the higher the tier, the much easier the mission is done in this case. Let's check. Was the 8, I think? No, it was the 9. Okay, the 10th mission is the Good Samaritan. Earned the high caliber award. I jumped it. I'm sorry. I just jumped it because I didn't feel so good, but if you want a recommendation for this mission, which is easy, but I'm too lazy sometimes, yeah, I will recommend you the Jack Tiger if you have it, because Jack Tiger does a lot of damage per shot, because it says that took 560 damage per shot, but this thing does a lot of high rolls, so you will be taking out 614 damage per shot. I don't know why, but this tank is magic. And it's pretty easy because it's just the 20% of damage, total damage done to the enemy vehicles. So with this tank in 3 out of 7, if I don't recall good, check. So 9. Yeah, actually in 3, no, sorry, I'm seeing the ground battle, the ground mission. Here, in 4 out of 10, actually it's pretty easy, but I'm lazy actually. But I recommend you that tank. If not, another tank will you be comfortable doing damage. The 11 mission is, and I'm that one actually, Safari. Cause damage to 4 different enemy vehicles in 3 battles in a row. Okay, for this mission, I actually did it with artillery, with the tier 9. Because it says different tanks, but remember, if you are playing with a heavy tank, and getting one side of the map, you can be in the other side of the map, and besides that you need to be facing enemy vehicles. You can be destroyed quickly if you are not in good companion of allied tanks, or be detracked, or you can be capped and you can return quickly to another part of the battle. You can use melee tanks, but like I told you, you can be destroyed in a battle. So what better tank than being in the back of the map, just hitting one enemy here, one enemy there, and one enemy over there. It's pretty damn easy to acquire different targets with artillery. And remember, with just a single splash that causes damage to the enemy, GG, the mission is done. No more, no, it can be more easily with this tank. It cannot be more easily with artillery. So if you have a GW Tiger, remember tier 8 on up. If you have any of these 3 3 tanks, go ahead and use them. The 12th mission, sorry. A knight in shining armor. Beat the top player on your team by total damage blocked by your armor. On your team, pretty easy. Restriction, block at least 1000 of damage. But then again, in this case, I use the VK because obviously with angle, this tank cannot be penetrated frontally sometimes. I don't know if they still have the bug, but I didn't encounter any problems facing frontally maturing in later times, 2 years ago I think. This was a weak point, so everyone should HE on your mantle or hit on your gun mantle and penetrate the turret, but in this case anymore. So but anyway, remember just to angle the tank. Side scrapping I don't recommend it, I recommend you to pop the frontal armor in an angle or be at least at 100 meters of the enemy teams, so they will try to shoot at at the base of the turret and try to hit you out, but it will ricochet actually. So with this tank it's pretty easy. Remember to be the top of your team, so try to block at least let's say 2000 damage per battle with this tank is pretty damn easy. If not, you have the VK, as our 7 will do the damage, the work. If not, the mouse in this case is pretty actually usable, because again, this thing at long distance is hard to penetrate actually. 13, I'm sorry. See, the 13th mission says Hand of the Master. Destroy an average of 2 enemy vehicles per body in 10 battles actually. In this case, again, for destroying enemy vehicles, what better than a T-58? Then again, You can be around the map, destroying enemy vehicles with a fast fire gun, with excellent penetrating gun. If not, the A50 again, because destroying tier 8 and tier 9 is pretty damn easy with this tank. And remember, at least try to kill 2 per battle. It's average, so it's cumulative. If you destroy in 3 tanks per battle, even better actually. So go ahead and use mediums. Was it 13? Yes. 14 mission is, the sky's the limit. Be the top player on your team by damage caused. Then again, the VK, because of the hard-hitting gun, the good armor to withstand enemy shots, and the mobility. If you don't have the VK, in this case you need to do a lot of damage, so I will recommend you the E100 again, because of the penetrating rounds that had. I do not recommend TDs because again it doesn't have a turret. You need to have a good mobility in this case. So go ahead and try to use heavy tanks. If not a 100, you can use a Panzer 7 again because this gun is the same as the Jag Tiger, so it will hit hard actually. And last but not least, like I told you in the intro, I did a big mistake in this especially group that was to lock 3 orders. I actually managed to get 8 orders of the other 2 campaigns to the object, but I locked 3 thinking that maybe I need to do the rest of the battles to unlock it. But no, you can actually unlock it right out of the way, like it says here, really with 3 orders. So don't waste orders in the 15 mission, just don't do it. And if you want a recommendation for this mission, I will recommend you the Schwarpanzer, because this is a premium tank. Not everyone have it, and it's pretty easy to actually to get a first class 3 times in 15 rounds. If not, then again I will recommend you to use a tank where you can do a lot of damage. You can block armor. You can block damage, enemy damage. At any rate, a tank where you feel comfortable doing it. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that word. But a tank where you feel invincible. That's the better way to do that mission. So that's it, guys. That's it for the unit group. For the Bloc group. So if you have any recommendation, or any question, or any doubt, just go ahead and put it in the comment section. I will try to answer you guys. I'm sorry for any mispronunciation, and then again, good luck in the missions, and see you in the battlefield.